How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to our journey over here in Elm Creek today. So yes, we are starting off a little bit later, as you can see. That is because we had to wait for the rain to stop because it was raining a little bit earlier on. So yeah, luckily that seems to be over for now. So yeah, as you guys can see over there in the distance, we've got a little bit of development here on Grandma's property. So I'll show you guys that in a second. So first of all, we are going to be doing a little bit of a delivery for Grandma. So we've got some strawberries in the back of her panel van over here, and we're going to be dropping this off over at the supermarket. And we've got quite a few jobs lined up today. So yeah, it's quite interesting how now that we've got our own equipment, we are starting to get more customers. So it looks like, yeah, just ticking the box saying that you've got your own equipment actually gives you a whole lot more opportunities for work. So as you guys can see, I have secured myself a fertilizing job, and we have got a couple of bags of fertilizer in the back of our Chevy S10 over here, which we are going to have to drop into our fertilizer spreader. But let me show you guys exactly what we have done over here. So as you can see, the shed has been moved over there, which is a little bit better, which gives us a little bit of a driveway to get to our backyard over here. So this is yeah, this cost us quite a bit of a pretty penny to get everything sorted. So I paid a total of 6,500 for the shed itself, and we also had another guy come and help out with the grass removal, if we can call it that. So we've got this dirt road over here now, which we are going to have to drive on for the time being. So I was thinking of extending it a little bit further this way, but unfortunately that is going to be beyond the boundary of Grandma's yard. So yeah, looks like this is just going to have to work out for us, which I think is fine because we've got a little bit more space over here because it goes all the way down to that, well, if you look at it like this, in line with that tree over there. So yeah, we've still got more space to work with if we do need it, but I think for now this is going to be fine. So yeah, we definitely spent quite a bit of money, and we definitely need to get things ready to go and do our fertilizing job. So we've got all of our equipment under this second-hand shed that I found, and yeah, the guys actually came and put it up in no time. It was pretty simple. So we even got space for our quad bike here, and also for the little pressure washer. And as for the baler over there, guys, you might notice that's a bit of a different one. So it turns out when I tried to hook up to the baler over at David's place, it wasn't compatible with our tractor. And also the baler was kind of broken. It was rusted all the way through where it had to connect up to the tractor. So David agreed to swap it for that one over there for the same price. So that one was actually a little bit more expensive, but we ended up getting it for the same price of $15,000, which is yeah, pretty nice of him. So yeah, that is pretty much what's going on over here. So we've got two jobs where we are going to be using our own equipment. The first one is obviously the fertilizing job. For that reason, we've got the fertilizer spreader hooked up to our tractor, and then we are going to go and do a cultivating job over at field 9 with our very own cultivator here. So I'm pretty sure that will work out eventually. And then as for the other two jobs, the other cultivating fields, those are going to be for another farmer. So the first field we're going to be working on for that farmer is the field right next to us over there. You can actually see it in the distance. So that is field 17. And then we've also got another big one, which is field 25. I think it's the one next to the other field that we cultivated not too long ago. So yeah, well, basically in the last episode. So yeah, things are definitely going quite well for us, and we're going to start making a little bit more money. So I think let's first of all handle the business at hand. And let's get into Grandma's car here. And we are going to head over to the supermarket, as I said. We're going to speak to Robert over there and just get the pallet of strawberries dropped off real quick. And then I need to come back and see if we can fill up our fertilizer spreader with some fertilizer. So yeah, I bought a total of 1,000 liters of fertilizer. I don't know how much we're going to use, but I'm going to try and work a little bit sparingly with it so that we don't end up, you know, wasting too much fertilizer. But yeah, I'm still pretty much learning how everything works and how to do everything. So yeah, it's going to be a whole new ball game for us now that we've got our own equipment. And our next goal is to try and see if we can eventually get enough money to buy our own piece of land, which is hopefully gonna be soon, because I can't wait to start actually doing my own thing, guys. It'll be great if we can, you know, do our own thing and not really have to do as many contract work anymore. But alright, here we are over at the supermarket, and we're just going to pull over here in our usual spot where we usually park to drop off the, you know, pallets of strawberries and whatever we deliver here. So let's quickly get this tailgate opened up over here. Alright, just like this. And there's the pallet of strawberries. Come on, here we go. Alright, well, let me see if I can find somebody who's going to take this off my hands. It's probably going to be Robert again. Alright, and that is sorted. We managed to deliver the pallet of strawberries, so we need to head back to Grandma's house again now. So, yeah, I think what we're going to do is we're going to start with our fertilizing job, as I said, because it's already hooked up to the tractor, and we're just going to go and fill up the spreader with the fertilizer that is on the back of our pickup truck. So, yeah, let's just get back to Grandma's house and see if we can get this sorted out. So, here we go. Alright, so back at Grandma's house, and yeah, I think what we're going to do, we're going to pull the tractor a little bit closer to the Chevy S10, and I'm going to be emptying all of the bags into the fertilizer spreader. I think all of it should fit, so I guess we'll quickly give it a try and see how it works out. So, yeah, we didn't have space for our trailer under the carport unless, well, unfortunately. So it's just going to have to sit right there next to the shed. But I think we are definitely moving in the right direction. So you can only imagine things were a little bit busy yesterday. Oh, I need to go and fuel up as well. We are kind of running low on fuel in this tractor. So what I wanted to do maybe first is just give everything a little bit of a rinse that we are going to be using today. So we are going to be using our tractor and the fertilizer spreader and the cultivator. And I think it's just going to look a little bit better if our equipment is nice and clean, you know, a little bit more presentable. I don't necessarily want to spray inside the fertilizer spreader too much, because that might cause some issues with the granules, you know, the distributing thereof. So I think let's just give it a little bit of a wash around the outside here. Alright, get it cleaned up pretty well. That is looking pretty good. And is this thing going to reach all the way over here? I hope so. Alright, just give this a little bit of a rinse as well, this cultivator. Yeah, it actually cleaned up pretty nicely. Look at that. It is actually in very good condition. Alright, well, not too bad. Okay, so that is all we are going to be cleaning up for now. Alright, let's get the tractor closer to our Chevy S10. Alright, come on. Go into reverse. There we are. Alright, just once you get that second gear in reverse, this thing actually gets up and goes a little bit better. Alright, I think this is close enough, and I think let's lower it down. It's got some support wheels, so it should be rolling back a little bit. Alright, that's perfect. Alright, so let's see how this is going to work. Alright, let's just grab the first pack over here. Up and over, let's go. Yep, these are actually heavy. They are strapped together, but alright, we'll get them all in. Alright, so that is the first couple of bags. Let's grab the second couple of bags here. Alrighty, well, I'm sure everything will fit, because this thing is supposed to hold 1,000 liters, and according to the calculations, this is a 50-liter bag, and there are 5 of them, so 5 times 4 equals 20, which gives us 1,000 liters. So I'm pretty sure this will be nice and full. Alright, and the last one, let's just get this into here as well. Okay. And there we go. Alright, nice and filled up, and now, hopefully when we lift this thing back up, the tractor isn't going to pop a wheelie. We do have got some proper weights at the front. Now, I am quite doubtful our little John Deere would have been able to handle this. But alright, first things first, we need to head over to the gas station and go and fill this thing up with some diesel. Hopefully we make it. And yeah, since our pickup truck is parked there, we're just gonna roll across the grass here. Not really a big issue. Alright, so let's get over to the gas station. Alright, so here we are, and I think let's just stop right here, and we're going to get this thing filled up with gasoline real quick, and I think it's actually diesel. Yeah, it's diesel. So let's just fill it up with diesel, and then we're going to be on our way. See if we can go and tackle this fertilizing job of ours. Alright, well, there we go. That is $38, and we've got a full tank of diesel, which is actually very affordable if you ask me. But it turns out our little tractor here hasn't got a very big fuel tank. So, yeah, well, hopefully it's going to last a while before this thing turns out to be empty. Alright, so let's make our way over to the field in question, which is, as far as I know, it's a cotton field we are going to be fertilizing. And, yeah, guys, I actually got a drone from Ben, free of charge. So we are going to be filming all of the drone footage again and submitting it to our agency who is giving us all of these contracts. So yeah, slowly but surely we are getting all sorts of things, and it was very nice of Ben to give us a drone. So yeah, he's been visiting Grandma a lot recently. I wonder what's going on between the two of them. I don't know really, but it's not really any of my business. But you know what, it's a good thing Grandma's got some company here, somebody who is almost her same age as her. Alright, and this is the field in question, field number 4. So we did do some work on this field in the past. It looks like they also sowed something here. Those might be carrots. But alright, so this is the field we need to fertilize. Field number 4. Alright, let's see if we can figure out how we're going to do this, and see how wide our little fertilizer can spray the fertilizer here for us, guys. So I'll bring you guys back into a time lapse once I figured this all out. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Alrighty, so there we go. That is job done, and I think it went quite well. So yeah, I don't think we wasted too much fertilizer. So what I'm gonna have to do now is we need to get back to Grandma's house, because we need to drop off the fertilizer spreader and pick up our cultivator, because we are going to be doing the cultivating job with our own equipment first, and then we'll head over to the field where the tractor is that we are going to be using for the other cultivating jobs. So I'm pretty sure things will work out today for us pretty well, and so far things are going very well. So I'm actually very happy with our little Fiat tractor over here. I didn't think this thing was gonna actually do the job so well, but yeah, here we go. Let's get back to Grandma's house, guys. Alright, so here we are back at Grandma's house, and we are going to drop off the fertilizer spreader just here in front of our little roller, and hopefully we're going to be able to get our cultivator out from here. So let's just move it back a little bit, and I'll lower it down, and let's get it disconnected real quick. Alright, there we go. So that is nice and under the shed. I could have probably pushed it back a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this by hand. It's a little bit heavy. Come on. Up. There we go. Come on. Alright. Well, hopefully that'll help a little bit in case it wants to come raining again. Alright, now we need to get up, connected up to the cultivator over there, which is going to be probably not too hard. Hopefully. Let's see how this goes. Alright, just get this old gal into reverse. Alright. Back it up nice and easy. Whoa, there we go. Alright, that was a bit harsh, but okay. I'm still learning how to operate this thing. Alright, so the cultivator is hooked up, and I think we are ready to hit the road again, guys. So let's head over to this field that we need to cultivate today. Let's just make sure we clear everything. Alright, so onwards to field number 9. And I was wondering if there's going to be a little bit of a shortcut we could take from here. I don't know. Let's maybe try and go this way, because there are sort of these little roads all over between all of the fields. So if we maybe come down here. Alright, well, let's see where we end up, guys, because I think it's time we explored a little bit of a different route to get to all of the fields, other than always driving on the roads. But yeah, once we get our Chevy C30 back from Nick, because he said he's very close to getting it sorted out for us, we should be able to load everything up onto our little trailer and, well, not really a little trailer, but you know what I mean. Get it loaded up onto our trailer so that we can actually transport all of the stuff we need for the day on the trailer to where we need to go, and just work a little bit more economically, if you know what I mean. But alright, we'll see how that's going to work out eventually. But for now, this is just how we are going to have to do it. Alright, and here's the field we just fertilized, which is looking pretty good. And, alright, we need to probably get over this bridge. I think the bridge will be fine. Yeah, because the field we need to work on, I think, is this one over here. I just need to check it on the map real quick, but no, I think it's not this one. It's probably the one next to this. Okay, so let's drive around. Let me try and see if I can find the right field. I think it's the one there in the corner. Okay. Alright, well, let's just drive along here. And yeah, I don't recall. I think this was the field we harvested. Yeah, this looks like the one that's been harvested, and looks like somebody else cultivated it for them. Alright, well, our job for today would probably be this field over here. Yeah, this is the field we harvested. Look, there's even some straw left over here from our harvest, which is quite interesting. Alright, so yes, this is the field we need to cultivate, and it's not the biggest, but it's also not the smallest, so this is going to take us a hot minute with our little cultivator here. But you know what, I'm up for the challenge, guys, so let's get the drone in the sky and see how everything goes.
Up before the rooster, boots already on. 20 acres waiting, work won't wait that long. Feed the hungry cattle, fix that broken gate. When there's work that needs doing, I don't hesitate. Ain't no task too tall, ain't no job too small. I tackle every challenge, answer every call. Been raised up right on this patch of land. Ain't no task too tall for this farming man. Tractor needs attention, belt's about to snap. Quick wrench turn and pivot, got no time to nap. Hay's ready for baling, storm clouds rolling in. racing with the weather, betting that I'll win. Ain't no task too tall, ain't no job too small. I tackle every challenge, answer every call. Been raised up right on this patch of land. Ain't no task too tall for this farming man. Daddy always told me, so here's what you need to know. A farm don't run on maybes, it runs on get up and go. So I learned to move like lightning, think quick on my feet. Cause every day's a challenge, but giving up needs defeat. Fence line needs mending, Southfield needs to plow. Barn roof's got a leak, but I know just how. Sun's beating down hard, but I won't slow down. Got a reputation as the fastest hand in town. It's too tall, ain't no job too small. I tackle every challenge, answer every call. Been raised up right on this patch of land. Ain't no task too tall for this farming man. Ain't no task too tall for this farming man. Ain't no task too tall for this farming man.
Alrighty, so there we are, guys. That is the first job of cultivating done for today. So yeah, looks like it wasn't really the best idea to come and do it with our small cultivator, but we got the job done in the end, and hopefully the next two cultivating jobs are going to go a whole lot faster, and we should be earning quite a decent amount of money for this job, because it's actually, you know, a lot more lucrative if you are using your own equipment. So I'm pretty sure we will get to getting our own property really soon if we just stick it out a bit and keep doing jobs like this. So what we got to do now is we're going to head back to Grandma's house, and I'm going to just park the tractor with the cultivator, because we're going to be hopping into our Chevy S10 and heading over to the first field that we're going to be cultivating for this other farmer. So we are going to be using his equipment. Those two fields are a whole lot bigger than the one we just did, so hopefully it's going to go a lot faster with the bigger equipment. So let's get back to Grandma's house and go and see what this is all about. Alrighty, so here we are back at Grandma's house, and we parked our tractor, and yeah, this old Fiat really didn't do too bad, guys. I'm actually quite impressed with the little, you know, 100 horsepower engine that this thing has got in, and yeah, we definitely did quite well with our fertilizer spreader as well. This thing is actually not too bad. That was definitely a very worthy investment. Alright, so I'm going to be hopping into the Chevy S10 now. We're going to just first of all close up this tailgate. And I see Grandma produced another pallet of clothes. I wonder where that one is going. But alright, not on our agenda for today, so we will figure it out when we're going to drop that off for her. So for now, let's jump into our Chevy S10 and make our way over to the next field that we're going to be working on. Alrighty, so here we are. This is going to be the tractor that we are going to use on this big field over here, which I think is field 25 if I'm not mistaken. So yet again, this is the John Deere 8400 that we used in the past with the very same cultivator, the Einbach, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, that is in fact the one. So yeah, let's jump in and start doing this job. Alright, yeah. This will be a very nice tractor to have one day, if we can get something like this, guys, because there's nothing that this tractor, I don't think, can handle at this stage. Alright, but we are going to get lined up over here and see how big this cultivator unfolds again, because I can't really remember. Let's maybe just hop out and have a look at this thing. Alright, well, yeah, that's definitely a big improvement from our little cultivator that we just used, so let's jump in the tractor and get the show on the road and send the drone into the sky once again, guys. So here we go. Let's do this.
Sunrise breaking through the pines, radio's humming, hearts aligned. Truck bed loaded, bags all packed. Nothing but the open road, never looking back. Faded jeans and worn out boots, highway sings its joyful roots. Wind in our hair, smile so wide. With every mile we taste the ride. Wheels on the gravel, stories unfold. Every town we pass, worth its weight in gold. Tunes on the radio, spirits are high, chasing that horizon under the big sky. Old diner stops, coffee's hot. Simple joys, they're all we've got. Hometown stars in the night so dark, love in our hearts, lighting up a spark. Endless signs and winding roads, life's a journey God only knows. Tunes and dreams steer our course, strong as the engine, powered by the force. Wheels on the gravel, stories unfold. Every town we pass, worth its weight in gold. Tunes on the radio, spirits are high, chasing that horizon under the big sky. Wheels on the gravel, stories unfold. Every town we pass, worth its weight in gold. Tunes on the radio, spirits are high, chasing that horizon under the big sky.
Alrighty, so that is another field done and dusted, literally, guys, because yeah, there's a whole lot of dust when cultivating fields like this. Alright, so what we need to do is head over to the next field, which will be the last one we need to cultivate. So yeah, a lot of cultivating jobs today. I guess it must be just that time of the season where a lot of people are starting to prep their fields for harvest, or well, not really for harvest but for sowing. And yeah, just looks like we are the ones to get all of these jobs to do. So yeah, I'm actually quite hopeful that pretty soon here we will be getting some bigger contracts which are going to pay a little bit better. Because let's face it, these cultivating jobs aren't always paying the greatest, but you know, money is money, and at this stage every little bit helps. But yeah, alright, let's see how big this field is we're going to be tackling next. I think it's a little bit smaller than the one we just did, so hopefully things are going to work out and we're going to knock this one out of the park real quick. We are being overtaken by, yeah, some of the locals. They're just going a little bit crazy on the road sometimes. Those people, they, yeah, I don't know, they just got sometimes I don't know, kind of like a death wish, you know, overtaking on oncoming lanes and stuff like that. But alright, here we are, and I believe this is the field in question, which is also quite a big field. So, well, let's get to it and do it, as Grandpa always used to say. Starting by unfolding the cultivator yet again. We are going to get over here to the furthest point and just figure out the GPS once again, and yeah, just get cracking, I guess. So here we go.
Boss man's been breathing down my neck all week. Clock's been ticking slow as January Creek. I need some space to breathe air that's clean and wide. Time to leave this cube behind and find my stride. I'm rolling free down highways long, with windows down and radio strong. Miles ahead and sun up high, just me and the sky, and reasons why I'm rolling free. Gas tank full of map unfolding and fold inside. Thoughts, parts, been molded into something new and wild, like I was taught when I was a child. Every mile takes me further from the way I try to murder all the fire kept inside. I'm rolling free down highways long, with windows down and radio strong. Miles ahead and sun up high, just me and sky, and reasons why I'm rolling free. Mountains rise like old friends, desert sprawls with freedom bends through valleys green and canyons deep. This restless soul no longer sleep. Dashboard compass points me west, where broken hearts can find their rest. In painted skies, an endless road where heavy burdens can unload. I'm rolling free down highways long, with windows down and radio strong. Miles ahead and sun up high, just me and sky, and reasons why I'm rolling free. Yeah, I'm rolling free. Still rolling free.
Alright, and there we go. That is all of our contracting jobs for today done and dusted, guys. So it has been quite a bit of a busy day so far. So what I'm thinking now, we need to go and take this tractor back to the field and return with our Chevy S10 back to Grandma's house. So I was thinking of maybe kicking my feet up a little bit and bringing you guys back a little bit later on today, once we have received all of the payments for our contracting work, and just kind of see where we stand, and then I will discuss with you guys what my plans are, and yeah, maybe run a little bit of a poll for you guys on the channel again to vote on what we should do, because I'm going to once again have two options for you guys to vote on. So for now, let's just get back to this field so that we can pick up our Chevy S10 and leave the tractor where we found it, more or less. Alright, so here we are. This is our little Chevy S10, still safe and sound here next to the field. So yeah, let me get back to Grandma's house, guys, and then I'm going to maybe have a little bit of lunch, and we're going to spend a little bit of time and just figure out our next move here. And then I wanted to go and show you guys something. So yeah, let's just first of all get back to Grandma's house, and then I'll bring you guys back up to speed once we have sorted out a couple of things and gotten everything ready for you guys. So yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Alrighty, so there we go, guys. So we've received all of our payments, and it is a little bit later. It's actually much later in the day, as you can see, and I think we are going to take a quick little drive over to a field. So guys, let's hop into our little Chevy S10, and it's almost getting a little bit dark. It's the sun is about to set, so let's just take a nice little drive over to this field in question that I'm thinking of potentially buying, guys. So it's luckily not too far, and I want you guys to know, well, let me know what you think about it, and if this is going to be a potential field that we might be looking at buying for ourselves. So it's literally just the one next to the motel over here across the road from the gas station. So this is pretty much where our journey started, and I think it would be pretty ideal for us to try and see if we can secure this field for ourselves. So we're going to be pulling into here and having a look around real quick and see what this is all about. Well, there's not a whole lot going on here, so I take it this is kind of something where we could potentially start building a farmyard for our equipment. And there is a little road over here which we can follow, so just gonna park here. Let's just turn the headlights off. So yeah, the field in question is pretty much this meadow pasture you see over here, which is just an open space. There's nothing really going on. But however, we do have got this field, which is a very narrow field, but it is super long, and it looks like it's got some withered crop in here. I don't know what exactly this is. It's hard to tell. It could have been sorghum, but yeah. So I did a little bit of poking around, and the owner of this field is actually, he's abroad. He's not in the country at all, so he might be interested in getting rid of the property, and if we make him a good enough offer, we might be able to secure it, guys. So yeah, it's going to be quite a bit of money if we do decide to go for this piece of land, because it stretches all the way over there to the end, almost close to where that building over there starts. So that is basically the borderline, and it goes all the way over to that house over there, and yeah, obviously to the corner of this road, which turns towards where David's place is, because David's place is in that direction. So yeah, the asking price for this piece of land is $160,000. Now, I was wondering if well, there are two options, guys. The first option obviously is to continue working, doing contract work, saving up money, and then buying the property outright. And the other option is to take out a bank loan. So that is going to be the poll that we are going to be running on our YouTube channel here pretty soon, guys. There might be a link down below which you can click on this video as well to go and cast your votes, and just let me know what you think. Should we try and save up rather and buy the land outright, or do you guys think we should bite the bullet and get a loan and also pay the interest that is going to be incurred with that, you know? But that way we are going to be able to secure the property much sooner. And so far it doesn't look like anybody else is interested in this piece of land. It's just been sitting here since we even got back into Elm Creek. So I don't know, guys, you must let me know what we should do. But on that note, I think it is time for us to end today's episode. It has been quite a bit of a busy day, and I really think it's going to, you know, be a nice thing for me to just kick my feet up a bit after a long day's work. And we are going to head back to Grandma's house and just call it a day for now, guys. It's almost, yeah, it's very late. So thank you all so much for tuning in. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and always remember to hit that subscribe button so that you can be notified of the next video. So yes guys, until the next time, cheerio.